You've just spent 3 hours in a Wikipedia rabbit hole that started with, "How is glass made?" and somehow ended with the political history of the Byzantine Empire. You feel energized, fascinated. You've learned something new and it feels, good. Now, picture this. You receive an email about a mandatory 2-hour corporate training seminar on synergistic workflow paradigms. Suddenly, all that energy drains away. The very thought of it feels like a punishment. What's going on here? In both scenarios, you're learning. But one feels like an addiction, and the other feels like a prison sentence. This isn't a personality flaw. You're not lazy. You're experiencing a fundamental conflict between how your brain is designed to learn and how traditional education forces you to learn. Let's call this the battle of the curious ape versus the obedient student. The curious ape is your brain's natural state. It's the part of you that's millions of years old, hardwired for survival. For this ancient brain, learning isn't a chore. It's a dopamine-fueled treasure hunt. What's that rustling in the bushes? Is it a predator or prey? Which berries are poisonous? Every piece of new, relevant information triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. It's your brain's way of saying, "Yes, that was useful. Do it again." This is why you can absorb the entire lore of a fantasy world or become an expert on a niche hobby. You're not being tested. You're just feeding the ape. Then comes the obedient student. This is the role created by the industrial age education system. This system wasn't designed to feed your curiosity. It was designed to create compliant workers. It hijacks your brain's learning mechanism by replacing intrinsic rewards with extrinsic ones. Instead of the aha moment, you get a grade. Instead of satisfaction, you get approval. Instead of discovery, you get the fear of failure. Psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan explain this perfectly with their self-determination theory. They say that for genuine motivation and well-being, humans need 3 things: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Traditional schooling often demolishes all 3. First, autonomy. This is your need to feel in control of your own choices and life. When you're deep in a Wikipedia hole, you are the master of your destiny. You click what interests you. You decide how deep to go. You are in complete control. In school, you have 0 autonomy. You're told what to learn, when to learn it, how to learn it, and exactly how you'll be judged on it. Your brain, which craves control, rebels. It disengages. It daydreams. It does anything to escape the feeling of being powerless. Second, competence. This is the need to feel effective and capable. When you teach yourself a new skill, like playing a guitar chord or writing a line of code, you get a direct hit of competence. You see the result? It works. You feel smart. School replaces this feeling with a constant state of judgment. The focus isn't on, do I understand this, but will this be on the test? Fear of failure paralyzes the learning process. Why explore a difficult concept when you can just memorize the bare minimum to pass? The curious ape goes into hiding. Finally, relatedness. This is the need to connect with others and feel that what you're doing matters in a broader context. When you share a fascinating fact you learned with a friend, or use a new skill to help someone, you're fulfilling this need. Your learning has a purpose. School often isolates learning from its real-world application. "When will I ever use the quadratic formula?" is a legitimate cry for relatedness. The material feels arbitrary, disconnected from your life and passions. It's learning in a vacuum, which your brain correctly identifies as a waste of energy. So your brain is addicted to learning that provides autonomy, competence, and relatedness. It despises learning that strips them away. It's the difference between being a chef and a line cook. Both work with food. One creates, explores, and owns their craft. The other follows a rigid set of instructions under pressure. So how do you fix this? You can't dismantle the entire education system, but you can change your relationship with learning. Step 1. Redefine learning. Acknowledge and validate your self-directed education. The hours you spend on YouTube tutorials, documentaries, podcasts, and non-fiction books are not wasted time. You are building a unique, personalized knowledge base. It's legitimate, it's valuable. Give yourself credit for it. Step 2. Follow the dopamine. Your natural curiosity is a compass pointing towards what you're meant to learn. Don't fight it. Lean into it. Keep a curiosity list. Whenever a random question pops into your head, write it down. How does a car engine work? What was the Silk Road really like? This is your personalized curriculum. Step 3. Adopt project-based learning. This is the ultimate way to integrate autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Don't just learn about photography. Try to replicate a famous photographer's style. Don't just read about Roman history. Try to build a small model of an aqueduct. A project gives you a goal, relatedness, freedom in how you achieve it, autonomy, and a tangible result, competence. Step 4. Decouple learning from performance. The goal is understanding, not a perfect score. Embrace the beginner's mind. Share what you're learning while you're still learning it. Talk about your project's failures. This shifts the focus from being an expert to being an explorer. In the end, you need to realize your brain isn't broken. You're not lazy or undisciplined. You are a natural-born learning machine. You've just been forced to run a marathon in shoes that are 2 sizes too small. It's not the running you hate. It's the pain. So give yourself permission. Ditch the shoes. Follow your curiosity. Feed the ape. And rediscover the joy of learning on your own terms.